I want to get your thoughts really quickly. I mean, on this particular story at the Rancho Tehama Reserve, I mean, I'm looking at this Associated Press story. He had been out on bail. He was charged in January after stabbing a neighbor. The same neighbor, by the way, I want to point out that he had killed in his rampage. And after this, he was barred from possessing firearms. But yet, records show that police were consistently called. He was charged with illegally firing a weapon. All the neighbors knew that he was a known felon. They knew that he was a prohibited person, and yet he was still out there apparently firing into their property with his illegally possessed firearms. Dan, this goes to the point of, and I love our law enforcement, but at the same time, I kind of wonder what support that they're getting at the state level, because here you have the state of California that has the most gun control laws on the books, but yet they didn't follow, in this case, their own state law, and they didn't follow federal law where it concerned prohibited possessors.
Yeah, and listen, Dana, you know, I'm always candid with our audience. I did not grow up a real firearm enthusiast. I wasn't an anti-enthusiast. I was almost agnostic on it. I just, you know, I was a college kid. I was out doing my thing. And what really changed my mind in this whole issue was being a law enforcement officer and out there in the streets of Eastern New York, Brooklyn as a cop, and then as a Secret Service agent later. And I'll tell you, this is totally unsurprising to you, but maybe to some liberals who may be tuning in. I never, ever arrested someone on a crime committed with a firearm, ever, who had the gun legally. Like, this is not a surprising story to me that this was a prohibited possessor, because criminals are going to get their guns no matter what. The only question is, what are legal, law-abiding citizens allowed to do to defend themselves against said criminals? There's no other question. They are going to get the guns. I've seen it. I've been out there. I've been on the front lines. It happens all the time. Wish it weren't so, but it is.